Good afternoon, this is Joe Krutsinger with our monthly recalibration of all our TSWs for both Tradestation and Ninja. Today is June the 15th, 2017. There's a lot of numbers in this report, so I suggest you contact me at joekrut@gmail.com and get the PDF version so you can look at the numbers and type them in yourself. Now, everything I'm showing you today is hypothetical simulations, unless I put a different disclaimer. I will show you my real-time record, and it'll have a different disclaimer, even a different color. But as far as you can see, everything we're going to talk about here are simulations. I always keep you up to date on the original shapes that was tuned on June 23rd of 2013. We're getting up to about 4 years ago, and you can see where it topped out on March 21st of 2016, and it's been in a downtrend or a drawdown since then. It's kind of curved up a little bit here lately, but that just shows you how a good system can go out of tune. And a way, if you don't want to recalibrate, you've got to run a trend line on this equity curve so you avoid those downturn times. These are the new inputs for shapes for the September contracts. I'll bring your attention to the YM. It's going back from the 60-minute bar back to the 5-minute bar where it used to be, so be sure to change those settings. And if you have any questions, you want me to go ahead and bring in the TSWs for you, I'll do that at no charge. You just use a TeamViewer code, send it to me, and I'll install any of the workspaces you want. Here's the Razor retunes, and again, the Joe's Best show like a number 2 or a number 6 or whatever. That's the best one over a 19-month period where we've predetermined which system works best from which of my items to which of the markets that we work. Here's the Razor with Ribbons inputs, and again, make sure you have the custom sessions. If you don't, let me know and I'll install them. And if you have any questions, be sure to let me know, because I'll be glad to help you either install them or fix anything that's broken. Here's the last of the inputs, and the crude oil and the natural gas swing system, those inputs didn't change. The rest of them were very, very minor tunes, but there are some changes there. Here's the blind walk forward for the month for the separate shapes, the Razor and the Razor with Ribbons. They're all losers. They've had a drawdown, and basically it's a time of a choppy market. You know, we've used very, very close stops, and we get chopped. The big winner in shapes was the Russell. It made 1655. The best one in Razor was the Mini Dow. It made 920. And the best one in Razor with Ribbons was the Mini NASDAQ, made 1147. So if you pick those three markets and those three items and go forward, you might have a little better chance with that. Here's the Joe's Best as a group, and you can see the Mini NASDAQ and the Russell, those two were the best in the Joe's Best. In the bar none, the mid cap was the best in the bar none selections. So the summary of the blind walk forward is this. The best item to trade over this last month with my stuff was the Russell. Out of the basically 5 selections, 4 of the 5 made money with the Russell. Now that's pretty interesting, because the Russell's coming back to the Chicago Mercantile July 10th. And so it'll have a different chime change, it'll have a different margin, but you won't have to pay that outrageous data cost that you had to at the ICE. So those of you who have been avoiding the Russell, take another look at it when it comes back to the Chicago Mercantile. When you look at the mid cap, the best thing was bar none, and that was the best thing on the sheet. And if you look at just picking one system and running just it, bar none lost the least amount of money in this choppy time. Now these are the new settings for the Ninja traders, and since they don't have TSWs, they have to set it up, each one of them. But there is time frame testing in Ninja, so it's kind of interesting for all of us to look at. Shapes on the E-mini, the 30-minute bar tested out the best, and this is basically a 3-month record showing 56.88 for a net gain. Well, here's the ES inputs, and where you see the green, it shows you what the range of the input was. For instance, The breakout buy came out to 5.4, and the range tested was 1 to 10 in increments of 0.1. So that's how you read that. The equity curve, you can see it made some good money, then kind of just went sideways and made some good money again. The next Ninja shapes 10 minutes on the FDAX. Now remember, in TradeStation, the FDAX has a day trade margin also. So you might want to take a look at that if you haven't before. This is 3 months making 10,005, and it's fairly balanced. Made 5,800 on the long, 4,600 on the short. Here's the shape FDAX input values, and you can see that equity curve is pretty decent. It's almost a 45-degree line. We'll talk about an odd bar. Here's a 74-minute bar chart on the U.S. bonds. This is a 3-month record making 10.7, 7,600 on the long, 3,000 on the short. Here's the inputs on the bonds on the Ninja. They're on the left there, and you're using instrument settings for a session template. In other words, it's all the time basically. And there's the equity curve to the right. Here's Shapes Mini NASDAQ, $7,500. Did 66 trades, so it's in 3 months, about a trade every day, 71% correct. And here's the inputs for the NASDAQ and the equity curves. One of the best equity curves that we have on this report. Here's shapes on the mini Dow using an 18-minute bar. Makes $4,100 in the 3-month period. And here are the inputs for the mini Dow with the shapes and the equity curve there to the right. Lastly, we'll talk about my real-time account. This is the one I use in my IRA in automated mode. It's the mini Dow on Razor. And we can see we've got $2,426 made in a period of 2 months and 11 days, 2.5 months basically. 43% of the trades are correct. You make $2.65 for every dollar you lose. The average losing trade is only $113.59. That's after commission and slippage. The average winner is about $300. The annual rate of return is 199%. And the drawdown is 826. Now, that's the good stuff. Let me show you one of the bad things, which I think is kind of interesting. There are 21 losing trades and 16 winning trades, so it lost more than it won. Also, there are 7 consecutive losing trades. That's why we have that drawdown. And that's the way it is. And it takes a good man to take that 8th trade, but that's part of what automation's about, is to be able to find a system, and I really like this one because it has a very close stop on it. It has a time exit on it. It has a trail on it. It has all kinds of ways to get out, and it doesn't risk very much on any one individual instance. That way, if something bad happens in the market, you're gone real quick. I really prefer this over almost all the others because of the way the stop management works on this particular system. My main product is ideas, service, and support when you need it. I don't think there's another developer in the world that provides the level of support I do after the sale, as far as giving you new tunes, as far as putting them back on your machine, as far as backing you up if you lose your products. That's what I'm here to do. So if you have a question, all you need to do is go to etrackrecords.com, pull down the support tab, and follow those instructions. Since I no longer have a salesman, I really suggest that you try the Red Ribbon trial. All it does is, at no cost to you, no credit card deposit, you get a full 14-day trial of any one of my 4 systems or all 4 of them. I'll put them on your machine, make sure they work as perfectly as that mine do, make sure that they're a complete match, and then you can watch them for 14 days and see if it's anything that you'd like to have before you put down a dime. If you need to get a hold of me for any reason during the market hours, call my direct number at 913-334-2202. My direct email is joecrutt@gmail.com. I always have special offers to clients on all my products, so if you've already bought one, you're going to get a discount on the next one. My website is etrackrecords.com. Good luck and great trading. We'll see you next week, and be sure to ask for the PDF. I'll be sure glad to send it to you. Thanks for watching.